Don't worry, I won't hurt you. I only want to sell you some records. Here we go. We're listening to Prince. We'll come back to Prince in 1 second, but first we're going to kick it off with a giveaway, a prize pack for Mr. Liam Gallagher. His brand new one, Come On You Know. We've got a record. We've got the indie color version in store if you want to buy that, but you can come in and fill out a slip and you might win that shirt, that record, and this cool tote bag. Thank you, Liam, for this cool stuff. So next.
That's John. I'm Emily.
Oh, hi. I'm John.
That's
Emily. We're not professionals. Did we mention this?
It's okay.
Anyway, here we go. Prince and the Revolution live. So excited. The legendary concert recorded on March 30th, 1985 in Syracuse, New York. It's been remixed and remastered from the multi-track masters and includes a 16-page book with never-before-seen photos. It also includes all your faves from Controversy 1999 and Purple Rain, plus live and B-sides favorites like How Come You Don't Call Me Anymore, God, and Irresistible Bee. We also have a CD Blu-ray combo if you'd like to watch in glorious 5.1 surround sound. Note that this Blu-ray that she's showing you right now, or showed you, is the more polished version of the DVD that was released in the Prince Purple Rain deluxe set a couple years ago. So same content, looks a little better, sound a lot better. My PS5 doesn't play DVDs, so sold. I'm gonna buy that again and again and again and again when they release it on some new format next year too. Prince and the Revolution live, listening to 1999 right now. Next,
we have Amy Winehouse live at Glastonbury. The iconic performance of her Pyramid stage set at Glastonbury 2007 showcases the inimitable artistry of one of the most gifted and accomplished singers of all time. This emotionally charged live set is available on vinyl for the very first time.
Next up, we've got Angel Olsen, Big Time, the singer-songwriter's sixth. It's an album about the expansive power of new love, but this brightness and optimism is tempered by a profound and layered sense of loss on indie-exclusive opaque pink wax.
Next up we have Toto 4, the Grammy-winning fourth album from the American Rockers. Gets the RSD treatment for its 40th anniversary. Limited Bloodshot vinyl, one-time pressing, get it before it's got, Rosanna, Africa.
All that good stuff. Next up, we've got Death Grips, The Money Store, another RSD essential. The debut album from the experimental hip-hop trio is celebrating its 10th anniversary with this swanky limited colorway, half black and half white. You can see Emily designed the pasties here. Pretty cool. Good job. Little smiley faces. Nice job, Em.
You're welcome. You didn't say thank you, but thank you. Weird Nightmare. If you're looking for a raw, sugary blast of distorted pop, look no further. This is the debut album from Mets guitarist and vocalist Alex Edkins, and it contains all of his main band's bite with an unexpected yet totally satisfying sweetness. Tasty, unlimited, Coke bottle cleared.
Next up, we got Suki Waterhouse, I Can't Let Go, the debut album from the English model, actress, singer, and to quote Emily, dater of really hot babes like Bradley Cooper, Diego Luna, and currently Robert Pattinson. Hey. Of the album, Suki says, many times of change in my life have required return visits, especially at the transitions through to the next stages. This album is an exploration of those moments when there's nothing left to lose. This is on super pretty metallic gold vinyl.
Next we have Rolling Blackout CF, still drawing from the canon of jangly guitar-centric 1980s college rock. The Melbourne band's latest infuses the easygoing vibe with nuanced political songwriting. Pitchfork says they're more interested in making a lovable rock and roll record than a pointed political statement, even though at its best, Endless Rooms happens to be both. We've got a chipper, yellow loser wax for you.
All right, next up, My Idea, Cry Emperor. Pitchfork says the debut from the experimental indie pop duo of Lily Koningsberg and Nate Amos is a textured, intimate, blurry account of being in the throes of a relationship and having it fall apart. Sounds like a wild ride for sure. This is on Flame Out Red vinyl while supplies last.
Next up we have Drive By Truckers, Welcome to Club 13. The 14th album by the Truckers. It includes appearances from Margo Price, Mike Mills, and Schaefer Lana. Hype Sticker says it's a reckoning with a duality. The things that make you alive and how they can sometimes kill you. A life-affirming flashlight for the dark night of one's soul. Deep.
Love me those truckers. Next up, we've got Adrian Casada, Boleros Psychodelicos. Adrian, who we know and love from the Black Pumas, brings us a celebration of the super funky, slightly delirious, and deeply soulful sounds that transcended the cultural boundaries of Latin America throughout the late 60s and 70s. This includes a slew of guest vocalists, including the amazing Angelica Garcia, Richmond represent, This is on cherry red vinyl.
So good.
Yep,
So good.
grab it.
Yeah. Next up, Organ, Lost Nights. Muscle car super heavy funk rock from LA. A head bobbing riff fueled brew of rebellious heart and grit. Indie exclusive red vinyl.
Next up, we've got Atmosphere, Lucy Ford Atmosphere EPs. A compilation of 3 EPs the Minneapolis hip-hop duo released after their debut album, pressed on vinyl for the very first time in celebration of its 20th anniversary. All right.
Moving on to Jazz.
Hey,
Not
Jazz,
the dog.
actually,
although
she's out
laying
cold.
right there.
She didn't even look up.
Nope. Oh, now she did.
There she goes.
Gerald Wilson, Moment of Truth. Originally released in 1962, features Wilson's dynamic big band on an action-packed 9-song set, 7 of which were composed by Wilson, including his version of Miles Davis's Milestones. Tone Poet, Analog Tapes, Kevin Gray.
You know it.
You know.
Freddie Hubbard, Breaking Point, recorded in May 1964, shortly after Hubbard left Art Blakey's Jazz Messengers. The quintet moved assuredly from freeform playing and modal jazz to blues and balladry on this 6-song set of originals. More Blue Note Tone Poet goodness. You again know the drill.
6-song set.
Woo!
Next, Bill Evans, You Must Believe in Spring. Newly mastered edition of the pioneering jazz pianist's 70th album
That's
from
a lot.
1977.
That's a lot of wax.
And his final recording session with bassist Eddie Gomez and drummer Elliot Zygmunt. All analog, cut at 45, Kevin Gray, all that.
All that.
Jazz.
Next up, Emmanuel Wilkins, The Seventh Hand, the sophomore album from the alto saxophonist. It consists of an hour-long suite comprised of 7 movements that strive to bring them closer to complete vesselhood by the end, where the music would be entirely improvised and channeled collectively.
Wow.
Blue Note Records.
And next we have Matrix, the complete score. Expanded to 44 tracks, this deluxe 3 LP set is housed in a stunning new art design. Also included are classic film stills and an exclusive interview with composer Don Davis.
Next up, we've got Andrew Bird, Inside Problems, the indie rocker and multi-instrumentalist 14th solo album on indie exclusive Apple Red vinyl.
You Me at 6, Sinners Never Sleep, 10th anniversary edition of the English Rockers' 3rd album, and on vinyl for the very first time. Includes their hit singers Loverboy, Bite My Tongue, and Nobody Does It Better.
Eli Young Band, Love Talkin', the 6th album from the multi-platinum selling country group hailing from Denton, Texas, on clear yellow vinyl. Best ever country band from death metal country band from Denton, Texas?
Yeah.
Is that how it goes? I don't know. Hey, there's a new Mountain Goats record coming, by the way. Speaking of the Devils, there you go.
We got a pretty reissue of Mars Volta on gold and green.
Nice. Frank Sinatra, Watertown, released in 1970. It's a lost masterpiece and turning point for Frank, a concept album now considered one of his finest recordings. All tracks are newly mixed from the original session tapes. All right, we got some other stuff that is rolling in tomorrow because we've just been having a lot of difficulty getting stuff coming in on Thursdays.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna kick it off right now. No, Emily's gonna kick it off. Go ahead, Emily, show us. So tomorrow, if you want any of this stuff, call us 757-962-1996 or message us and we'll set any of this aside for you and call you when this stuff comes in.
Neil Young, Dorothy Chandler Pavilion, 1971. The last stop on Neil's 1971 solo tour was recorded at the Los Angeles Music Center. It's a 15-song set It includes a slew of future Neil Young bangers like Old Man, Heart of Gold, and classics like Tell Me Why, Sugar Mountain, Ohio, Needle and the Damage Done, and more.
All the good stuff. Also, we've got another Neil Young classic bootleg, Royce Hall 1971, that's not actually a bootleg. A previously unreleased 16-song solo acoustic show from January 30th, 1971 at UCLA's Royce Hall in LA, recorded near the end of Neil's tour, the After the Gold Rush tour. So probably very similar set to that set, but great stuff.
Next, Charlie Musselwhite, Mississippi Sun, Grammy Award-winning blues icon, returns his Delta blues roots for the most captivating musical statement of his long and legendary career. His first new solo studio release in 7 years is stripped down and semi-acoustic while also featuring the masterful harp and soul-deep vocals for which he is famed. It's on Clear Blue.
All right, next up we've got Kim Wilde, a couple releases. We've got Select and Catch As Catch Can. The Britpop icon's sophomore and third albums have been remastered from fresh transfers of the original analog tapes with original artwork faithfully recreated. Select is on clear with black splatter, and Catch as Catch Can is on clear with blue splatter. Can we talk about this? We got to take a break and talk about a release that's out there. Did anyone watch Stranger Things season 4? Here we go. We have got one of these in stock. This is my favorite album of all time by a solo artist. It's
And
my
it has
favorite
been
solo album, and it has been. She can quote. I'm not just
Yes.
making this up because it was in the show, but
Yes.
I'm not going to spoil the show.
No.
But this album has an important component to that amazing Stranger Things season 4. If you haven't watched it, watch it. Come get this album. I'll try to reorder more. But again, it's almost my favorite album of all time. Bested only by the Beatles, Abbey Road. So
Wow.
good stuff. Kate Bush, so glad to see you on top again. I love you. Thank you so much. Come visit us, please.
Yes, please.
Please
that would be
do.
amazing.
That would be really cool. So if you want us to hold any of this stuff, let us know. We got a bunch of restocks. We'll show you those at the end of the video as well. And the Record Store Day stuff for the June 18th drop is already rolling in. We probably got about 50% of it. Remember, this is a tiny little drop, just a little baby drop, just about 80 different records, but those 80 records are amazing records. We've got more Prince releases, we've got Pearl Jam releases, Miles Davis, some really great stuff. So we will be showing you that soon, so be sure to keep watching. Hopefully we'll get that up in the next week and show you all that goodness. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for shopping here. Remember, we buy stuff, bring us stuff. We need more stuff. See ya.